going out there, YouTubers and all subsequent social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about a new movie that just came out beginning of last month and is a great, awesome comedy film that was 10 years in the making, and we finally got another sequel after its third film, and this is just a fun film, and it's great to see it back again. So we're going to get right into that. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so to miss out on this video and the other videos I put up. And also, people, if you enjoy my content here, or you checked out the MCU's Bleeding Edge and liked it, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, where I pretty much post on a daily basis, so definitely check that out too. As always, people, let's get right into this! Welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be reviewing a film that just came out at the beginning of last month and is a sequel in a long-running film series that started out on MTV. And that, of course, is the film called Jackass Forever. Forever. Yeah, so basically Jackass number 4, and this film is just fantastic fun, and just like any of the other previous films, this gives you that great funny wow factor. I have not laughed this hard at a movie theater in a really long time. Now, once again, you know, this film brings back a lot of the original people from the first film, you know, except for, unfortunately, Bam Margera was not a part of this one, but are introducing new people that are stunt performers too as well, just like the original Jackass people, and kind of give an introduction to them and kind of handing the mantle off to these new people. So, who knows, we might see more Jackass films in the future with these new people, which I find really interesting, but it's your same, you know, awesome, funny, silly, you know, dumb stuff that they did before, just, you know, basically now they're almost 50. It's just a righteous, hilarious, funniest crap you can see, and it just makes you laugh really hard. It was so good. But of course, this once again was directed by none other than the great man known as Mr. Jeff Tremaine. Oh yeah, Jeff Tremaine, woo, Jeff Tremaine, yeah. So Jeff Tremaine, he's directed a whole bunch of other stuff too, I mean, not just the Jackasses, but I would have to say my all-time favorite of his is the very first Jackass film. That's right, he directed the original Jackass film too as well, and he directed 2, he directed 3, and he's been involved pretty much with most of Dick House Productions, as it's called, but his original concept of the very first, you know, the directing the first Jackass film was so amazing, so fun at the time, and was, you know, bringing the MTV series to the big screen, and he just did a tremendous and great job, and gave us just a really lots of fun scenes, and lots of just fun all around, you know, Jackass-isms. And it's none other less than with this film too, with Jackass Forever. He did the same thing. He directed it so beautifully. He gave us such great scenes, great cinematography, and just all around really fun and exciting scenes with lots of great laughter and just stupidity. It really, hands down, great directing by Jeff Tremaine. If you haven't seen anything Jeff Tremaine has directed, definitely check out the other Jackass films and check out his filmography. He actually has directed some interesting stuff. Now, of course, this film, like I said, brings back a lot of the original people, and is just an all-time, you know, great cast who's fun to watch. That, and a lot of these people have been in other things as well. Now, of course, to start us off is none other than the main guy himself, Mr. Johnny Knoxville. Oh yeah, Johnny Knoxville, woo, Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville is so awesome. He is so hilarious, so fun. And, you know, he is a super trooper, because if you watched any of the other films, he has gone through some hell between taking on Butterbean, the boxer, to the several other, you know, cows or bulls that he's, you know, tried to escape and not get hit by, and all this kind of stuff. He is just so stinking hilarious, and he's made a lot of great films. I mean, from The Ringer to, you know, Bad Grandpa and so forth. He's just a really fun actor. But, you know, he's done a lot of other things, and, you know, he just all around is just a really fun comedian. So like I mentioned before, he's been in a whole bunch of films that I've really enjoyed and, thought that he's been super funny in. But I think really one of my all-time favorites really is one I've already mentioned, and that of course is the film Bad Grandpa. This movie is absolutely freaking hilarious and so much fun, and has brought a lot of great silly things in it along the lines of the Jackass films. I mean, from the poop scene to, you know, all kinds of funny things, and just, we've seen this character before in the Jackasses and so forth, and just bringing it and giving its full-length feature was just so sticking hilarious and such a great idea, and I laughed my butt off, and Johnny was so good as this character. He, on point, is this character and just, like, kicks butt at this character. He's so awesome. If you haven't seen Bad Grandpa, definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. But overall, it was fun seeing Johnny Knoxville back in this again, doing the stunts and so forth. It was fun seeing him kind of pass the mantle to the new characters and so forth. And it was just a really fun to see him once again being a Jackass star. It just was so much fun. If you haven't seen Johnny Knoxville or anything, definitely check him out. And many things that he's been in, and also in Jackass Forever. So that brings me to the next actor I like to talk about that was in this, of course, one of the other stars and original stars of the original Jackass films. And that, of course, is Mr. Steve-O! Oh yeah! Mr. Steve-O! Woo! Yeah, Steve-O! You can catch him on his world tour, his bucket list tour. Definitely check him out on that, people. I've heard lots of great things about it. But Steve-O, he's awesome. He's always been fun. Of course, he is the major component of the Jackass films, and he definitely is Mr. Throw Up, as I like to call him, because, you know, he's the master of gag. He's the one that you always see throwing up over things, and he was always fun to watch in the show. But when it comes to him returning, he once again does some great stunts, some great fun things in this, and just shows that, you know, Steve-O, he really hasn't aged much, you know, since the very first Jackass film. And in Jackass Forever, he just is just as awesome and fun and as daring as he has been ever, and he's just so much fun to see in the film. But there's actually another film I really enjoyed him in that isn't actually a Jackass TV show or movie, and that, of course, is a film called Barely Lethal. Yeah, Very Lethal. This is a Haley Steinfeld film, and he actually plays a character in the film. She basically plays an undercover cop at a school, and Steve-O is a character that ends up popping up into the mix that interacts with her, and he is absolutely freaking hilarious in it, and it was so fun to see him in actually like a full-length feature role that wasn't, you know, just him being himself, and that was really fun to see. And I thought he did a really decent job. If you haven't seen Barely Lethal, definitely check out Steve-O on that. He actually did a really good job. But like I said, overall, it was great seeing him again, along with Johnny Knoxville and Jackass Forever, and seeing him pass kind of the mantle too as well. But I just see him in this, and I feel like he can keep going because he is just in such great shape, and he just still kicks butt. So much fun to see Steve-O in this. If you haven't seen Steve-O in anything, definitely check him out in Jackass Forever. He is really fantastic in it. So that brings me to the final person I'll be talking about in this film, and that is none other than another legacy character in this franchise. And that, of course, is Mr. Chris Pontius! Oh yeah, Chris Pontius! Woo! Chris Pontius! So Chris, you know, he's been around since the TV series as well. He was in all 3 Jackass films, and it was just great to see him once again. He actually now holds the record for most male nudity in movies now, because of his nudity in Jackass Forever. He actually has that title, which I think is hilarious and super funny. But at the same time, you gotta feel kind of honored that you are considered the most full frontal nudity in all time of movies. That's kind of prestige. That's really awesome. But anyways, he's awesome once again in this. It was fun seeing him do his antics as well in this film. You know, it was great to see everyone back in this. You know, from Preston Lacey to Wee Man to Aaron to what I forget his name. I always forget the other guy's name. But Dave. But anyways, all around, you know, Chris was awesome to see in this film. So much fun working with everyone again, and just was his classic Chris self, you know, from his dance boy to pretty much anything he ever does, and he's always wearing like his bikini tops and stuff like that. Is absolutely hilarious, and it was just great to see him again, and he was a great addition to bring back for this film. But overall, the film itself was really well done, really enjoyable, and a great film. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. It's really worth the watch. But these new characters, these new people that be invited are actually really fun too. And one of the guys actually, he brings along his dad in the film, and he's super hilarious too. So if you're looking for some new fun talent for the Jackass series, these guys are it. They were actually really fun and did a really good job. So what is Jackass Forever about? Basically, once again, it's just crazy antics, once again, of them doing crazy stunts. We get to see a few different things. We get a stunt where the gal electrocutes her tongue with a stun gun. We see the three characters playing mimes and seeing if they can handle certain things and without making a noise. We got scenes where it shows a newcomer. He jumps and tries to fly onto some cactuses. We have a scene where the guys think that they're in a room with a loose snake, and it actually really is. There's really no snake in there. I mean, we get so many great scenes in this film. I mean, of course, the beginning intro is super hilarious. And just all around, we have a lot of great classic scenes in this film that are just so funny. From, Steve-O doing the bees on his dick, and, all these different things that are just so much fun in this film. Like I said, if you haven't seen Jackass Forever yet, definitely go check it out in theaters now. It's super funny, super hilarious, and all around a great film and a great addition to that series. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up on this one. So that's it for this review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check out any older, newer videos you haven't seen, you might have not seen yet. And as always, people, if you enjoy this channel and want to show support for it, definitely check out my links down below, either for my Patreon page, where I give extras to my awesome subscribing patrons, where you get outtakes, bloopers, talks on what I do next and all that kind of stuff. So check that out. And then also, if you're a horror fan, love horror films, definitely check out the Horror Pack link where you can get horror films right to your door every month for a great low price. So definitely check that out too. And as always, people, catch you in the next one!